Hello, hi, welcome to Sai Institute of Education. This is Sam. Today I'm going to present this video regarding an IELTS related topic. We'll be doing task 2, right? I'll be giving you some words related to this. Besides, I will also be explaining you in depth how we can generate ideas and how we can improve the band score by writing fully developed responses. Okay, so let's begin with the topic. Now, as you can see on the board, the topic I have written is only experienced executives should be taking decisions in a company. The examiner wants you to discuss this and then give your opinion, right? As you can see, it's not discuss both views and give your opinion. It just said discuss, right? It comes into a direct question category, number 6. So, anyways, now as we can see the topic, it says only experienced executives should be taking decisions. Now, in my previous videos, I have also explained you that when you are thinking of ideas, before that you need to plan your essay, right? And when you're planning your essay, which means that you need to understand the topic very carefully. Majority of the students, they face difficulty in writing their IELTS exam is only that they're not planning, they're not understanding the topic. They read it, they find it very easy, and they think that okay, I've understood it, I'll just write it straight away. And when they come home, they always tell others that, how was your IELTS exam? Well, they were like, oh yes, it went great, I wrote it very well. But when the result comes, and unfortunately the scores are down, right? So the main reason behind that is that you get overconfident, right? That's why you really need to understand each word written into the topic so that you can understand that what really the topic demands you to write. Okay, now let's look carefully here. As you can see, it's only experienced executives. Now, first of all, these words, like only, some, many, few, right? These people only, specific. When specific things are given, we need to take a look over there. So now, sorry, only experienced executives. Now, obviously, we're talking about high rank officials in a firm. Should be taking decisions. Now, I told you in the previous essays also, whenever you have a should given into the topic, which means there is a recommendation coming. So somebody is recommending. Now, whenever somebody is recommending something, which means there are others who doesn't believe into it. Correct? In one of my videos, I have written, I've told even for spoken people as well as for IELTS people, right? Now, you aspirants need to remember one thing. Effective way of doing idea generation is that you should be ready with both the aspects, right? That is called reverse thinking. So if here, as you can see, some people, they are recommending that only experienced executives should be taking decisions, which means others are saying, no, there must be somebody else who are not executives, which means freshers, right? Taking decisions in a company, right? So you need to think what you can call executives, first of all, because we need to paraphrase. Then you need to think what you can call to company, like synonyms or expressions. It's not that straight away you can think of synonyms only, but there must be some kind of expressions also that you can think, because you're not going to repeat them, right? Whatever is written here. So company can be called as firms, organizations, enterprises, and so on. Right, we'll be looking at that. So now examiner wants you to discuss. Discuss means why. First of all, first paragraph will come because see, these people are saying every essay topic in which you have some people say this, some people believe, some people suggest this idea. Any topic comes in IELTS writing task 2. Sorry, your first body paragraph has to speak about them. Then your second paragraph, whether you're agreeing or you're disagreeing or whatever it is. So here also, we have to talk about in first paragraph, why these people are saying that only experienced executives should be taking decisions. Why is it important? Remember, I told you my 3 pet questions. Those are why, how, and what does it provide? Believe me, if you understand these three questions, you won't face any difficulty to develop your response while writing, and that's how you gain more band scores. Right? So why, how, what does it provide? These three questions. Now you can simply see, discuss and give your opinion. When your opinion is given, so you need to raise a question. Why only experienced executives should be taking decisions? First of all, this thing we need to answer. Then we'll see, is it really necessary that only these people should be allowed to take decisions? Obviously not. Right? Freshers, right, who are fresh graduates, they should also have the option to take decisions. Why? Because they will be the one who will be superseding them at some stage. Superseding means replacing. So they will be the ones who will be replacing them at some stage. So अगर मैं हिंदी में बताऊं तो ये जो लोग हैं एग्जीक्यूटिव्स, जो सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव्स होते हैं किसी भी कंपनी के अंदर, इनको कहा जा रहा है कि यही सिर्फ डिसीजंस ले और कोई नहीं। ये टॉपिक कह रहा है। आप कह रहे हो कि भाई जो मैं मेरा ओपिनियन हम क्या लिखेंगे आज कि भाई ठीक है, ये लोग डिसीजंस लेते हैं क्योंकि हाईली एक्सपीरियंस्ड है और जो मिस्टेक्स का कुछ होता है वो इनके केस में बहुत ही कम होता है, बहुत ही कम चांसेस होता है कि मिस्टेक्स करें। ऑब्वियसली क्योंकि एग्जीक्यूटिव्स हैं, ये लोग जो भी डिसीजन लेंगे वो कंपनी के हक में ही चलेगा क्योंकि इनको ज्यादा नॉलेज है कि इनके कंपैटिटर्स कौन है। ठीक है, तो हम ये लिखेंगे बॉडी पैराग्राफ 1 में। 2 में हम ये बता देंगे कि भाई देखो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है, जो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट्स हैं वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो भी एक अहम रोल प्ले करते हैं डिसीजंस लेने के लिए। ठीक है, तो उनकी कंसल्टेशन भी होनी चाहिए क्योंकि कुछ ऐसे सेक्टर्स हैं, ठीक है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में जहाँ पे ग्रेजुएट्स ने डिसीजन लिया और बहुत ही उनका अच्छा रहा, तो हम उसमें जैसे फेसबुक एग्जांपल दे देंगे। ठीक है, फेसबुक का आपको पता है कि मार्क जुकरबर्ग उसने किसी यूनिवर्सिटी में जाके फेसबुक नहीं अपना ओपन अप की थी। ठीक है, ही जस्ट इन्वेंटेड इट ऑन हिज ओन एट होम। ठीक है, तो हम कुछ ऐसे एग्जांपल देंगे, इसको सपोर्ट कर देंगे। तो ओवरऑल ऐसे में हमारा ओपिनियन ये रहेगा कि भाई ठीक है कि ये लोग एक इंपॉर्टेंट हिस्सा प्ले करते हैं, लेकिन जो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट्स है उनकी कंसल्टेशन भी होनी चाहिए, उनको भी साथ में पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए क्योंकि बाद में इन्हीं लोगों ने इनको रिप्लेस करना है। ठीक है, सो लेट्स राइट दिस essay today. I hope you must have written the topic. I won't drop it, but I will start with an introduction. Now, introduction, remember what kind of things I follow. Just remember, paraphrase the topic. Right? Should you want general statement, you can write, but make sure it needs to connect with paraphrase the topic. So always do this thing. Right? You need to start with by writing a fact, or you can talk about straight away. You know, what is this happening? Or should this thing coming? It should be done. So which means a debate is going on. Right? And then I'll be following paraphrase the topic, then I'll be giving my opinion, while then I'll be giving my outline syntax. So which means clear opinion. Opinion has to be very clear. Remember in your IELTS topic when you're writing, don't just say that I agree with this view and my views will be written in upcoming paragraphs. I would say that it's a wrong sentence. It is correct, but it is not giving the clear opinion. If you agree, then why you are agree. So that only bit needs to be written. If you agree, why you agree. If you do not agree, then why you are not. That why thing needs to be answered. That particular sentence is definitely going to improve your band score. Believe me, you can grab that 0.5 band even for that. Right? I can confidently say because you're not only achieving scores in task response, but also in coherence and cohesion. Because in coherence, that is your logic, and your cohesion. Cohesion means structure of the paragraph. You are telling by writing one only sentence to the examiner saying that this is what information is going to be in my first paragraph, and this information is going to be in the second. Right here, as you can see, that we already have a discussion-based topic, so we have to write about the first one in the first paragraph. So let's write. Now, like I said, there is a debate going on. Right. So let's initiate our writing by there has been a debate revolving. Now there has been a debate revolving where obviously we're talking about companies, so corporate world, right? So there has been a debate revolving in some corporate enterprises. There has been a debate revolving in some corporate enterprises that whether. Now I'm going to use grammatical structure, right? Whether decisions whether decisions ought to be only made. Now ought, O-U-G-H-T, ought to. That's the replacement of should. That's a grammatical structure as well, right? Ought to be made, only made by. So executives experience, senior. By senior management for the overall well-being of, we can write, so executive should be taking decisions in a company, well-being of an organization. So that's your paraphrase topic. Now there has been a debate revolving in some corporate enterprises, that whether decisions ought to be only made by senior managements for the overall well-being of an organization. Now that's my opinion. To a certain level, what do? I accord on it. So कुछ हद तक मैं सहमत हूं. I accord on it means agree with. Okay. Remember, sometimes you may think accord is a replacement of agree. So you can say I agree with it. I accord with it. No, I accord on it. Right? It means I agree with it. So to a certain level. So which means now as you can see that I'm not saying completely, right? So to a certain level, right? I accord on it. I also believe. Now I'm just trying to clear my opinion, right? I also believe that leaders should also share some of their job responsibilities. Leaders should also share some of their job responsibilities to the juniors, right? The juniors, so I'm not going to write people with it. Okay, I'm not going to write people with it. To the juniors. Why? As someday, right? So I'm just going to use as for why, right? As someday they would be making decisions, as someday they will be making decisions for the company as well. Correct? So there has been a debate revolving in some corporate enterprises that whether decisions ought to be only made by senior managements for the overall well-being of an organization. So overall well-being of an organization, right? To a certain level, my opinion, I accord on it. I also believe, right? मुझे ये भी लगता है. I also believe that leaders should also share some of their job responsibilities to the juniors as someday. क्यों? Right? Why? This is your just opinion. I agree with, right, and I also believe that they should share some of the job responsibilities with juniors. Now, why? But why they should do that? Because that's your opinion. I have to clear it. That someday they would be making decisions for the company as well. Right? You can write important decisions or anything right in between if you want. Okay. I hope this one is clear. Now I have to rub it down. So let's write first of all, first paragraph for those who are in the favor of the topic. The topic sentence say that why senior management, they need to take the decisions only. Why that we have discussed, because they have been taking it for so long and they are highly experienced. They know the all the odds and events of the decision, whether it's going to be with the company or against the company. So they'll be very careful. We'll be doing some words. I have some words coming in, right? So let's write. Now, because I have to discuss about two things, right? So I'll be using a linker on the one hand. Right. On the one hand, now first of all, we need to discuss about those people who are the experienced, right? Experienced people. So on the one hand, because it is true, right? So in spite of that, let's write an expression. It is irrefutably true. Irrefutably means that there is no refute. कोई मना नहीं मतलब कोई खंडन नहीं कर सकता इस चीज को बिल्कुल सच्ची बात है, right? So it is irrefutably true that in this comparative, right, world, in this comparative world, what is happening? There is a little scope. There's a very little scope, right? There's a little scope of mistakes. In what? In the development. Now here, the development, obviously plans. We're thinking about writing development plans. So that plans, here, let's see this word. First of all, let me write this word for you. It's basically called as stratagem. STRATEGM. Right, stratagem. Now, strata, sorry, it's stratagem. Stratagem, this word means when you are making some plan, okay, जब आप कोई plan बनाते हो, किसी ना किसी उस plan में ना कुछ trick होती है, ठीक है? उस trick से आप अपने competitors जो होते हैं, उनसे आप जीत सकते हैं, ठीक है? So let's read it again. It is irrefutably true that in this competitive world, there is a little scope of mistakes in the development stratagem. Development stratagem, right? कहाँ पे? Where? In a firm. Now this sentence, I hope this is clear. So stratagem is basically means to trick to win from competitors. ठीक है? कोई भी एक ऐसी ट्रिक जिससे हम अपने जितने भी जो हमारे साथ कंपैटिटर्स हैं, ठीक है, जो जिनसे हमने ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा अपना रैंकिंग बढ़ानी है कंपनी की, तो कोई ना कोई ऐसे ट्रिक्स इन्वॉल्व हो जिससे हमारा डेवलपमेंट जो प्लान है हमारा बेसिकली वो डेवलप चल रहा है, यानी कंपनी फ्लरिश करती रहे. सो इन अ फॉर्म हमने कंपनी को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ठीक है, उसने लिख दिया, एंटरप्राइज लिख दिया, फॉर्म आ गया, ठीक है. सो वी जस्ट मेकिंग इट रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड. So it is incredibly true that in this comparative world there is a little scope of mistakes in the development strategy in a jump of a firm. Okay, now right. So now let's develop this point. Therefore, when there is only a little scope of mistakes, therefore वो किसके ऊपर बात आती है सारी? हमारे सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव्स के ऊपर. ठीक है। सो देयरफॉर यहाँ पे एक वर्ड है बर्डन, हम जैसे करते हैं बर्डन आती है, वो सारा भार जो है वो किस पर आती है, हमारे सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव्स पे, उनको हम कह सकते हैं ओनर्स, राइट, ओ एन यू एस। देयरफॉर द ओनर्स, now I am saying the owners, this is the, why, because I have a vowel in front. Whenever you have a vowel in front, the sound becomes the, not the. And when you don't have a vowel, then the sound becomes the. Like for example, the elephant, right? The animal, right? The book. Okay. So remember this. This will definitely, it may grant you some more scores in speaking. So therefore, the onus now comes onto what? The onus is on high salary. Now, obviously, high salary executives are always highly salaried, right? So, high salaried executives. This word is executives, executives, not executives. Okay, executives, right? Executives to high salaried executives to sit together, and envisage, envisage, envisage. Now this is a very good word. Envisage basically means to imagine. ठीक है, आप इमेजिन करना कि हम जैसे हम चेयर पे बैठकर, ठीक है, सारे एग्जीक्यूटिव अपना चेयर पे बैठे हैं, और when now we are obviously coming with some kind of development strategy, ठीक है, कोई ना कोई प्लान हम एग्जीक्यूट करने से पहले हम सारी वो प्लानिंग करते हैं, ठीक है, तो ये हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम इमेजिन कर रहे हैं, right? So therefore the owners, जो ये चीज लिटिल मिस्टेक्स होती हैं, वो क्यों, क्योंकि डेवलपमेंट जो स्ट्रैटेजी होती है ऑफ अ फर्म, ठीक है, इसमें कोई ना कोई ट्रिक्स इन्वॉल्व होती है जो लोग करते हैं बैठकर, वो कहाँ पे उनके ऊपर बर्डन होता है, कौन से, वो हम बात किसकी कर रहे हैं, हाई सैलरीड एग्जीक्यूटिव्स की, ठीक है, वो लोग इकट्ठे बैठते हैं और वो इमेजिन करते हैं इस चीज को, ठीक है, जो प्लान्स हैं, किस, अब वो जो सोच रहे हैं वो किस चीज को सोच रहे हैं, about the growth of the organization, right? So to sit together and envisage for the growth of the company, correct, for the growth of the company. दूसरी चीज देखो, अब ये तो हमारा पॉइंट प्रूफ हो गया कि ठीक है भाई, आजकल बड़ी जो कॉम्पिटिटिव एरा है उसमें बहुत ही कम मिस्टेक्स, ठीक है, मांगता है कोई भी फॉर्मूला, तो इसलिए हाई सैलरी एग्जीक्यूटिव्स हैं, इकट्ठे बैठ के, ठीक है, वो इमेजिन करते हैं हमने डेवलपमेंट, हमने प्लान कैसा करना है ताकि हम दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से, अपने कंपैरेटिव से ऊपर रहे, ताकि हमारी कंपनी की ग्रोथ हो सके। दूसरी चीज हम ये भी कह सकते हैं इसमें, देखो कि जो ये लोग हैं, ठीक है, उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस बहुत है, वो एक्सपीरियंस, क्योंकि टॉपिक में लिखा हुआ है एक्सपीरियंस्ड, ठीक है, एक्सपीरियंस्ड एग्जीक्यूटिव्स, तो वो एक्सपीरियंस को हम लेके चले कि लोग ऐसा फिर सजेस्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं कि इनको ही डिसीजन लेना चाहिए, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर हम ये चीज ये बोल सकते हैं कि भाई देखो, एक्सपीरियंस जो लोग होते हैं बहुत ही कम चांसेस होते हैं, सो लेस लाइकली, वो ग्रामेटिकल बीच में ले आओ, ठीक है, लेस लाइकली वो चांस होता है कि अगर ये कोई एरर, मतलब इनमें कोई एरर आए, ठीक है, जो डिसीजंस ले रहे हैं, सो उनका हम लिखते हैं moreover owing to, due to, owing to उसको कह सकते हैं, owing to the vast experience, owing to the vast experience they carry with them, ठीक है, they carry with them, it is less likely, बहुत ही कम हो सकता है, ठीक है, कम चांस, it is less likely to have it is less likely to have uncertainty It is less likely to have uncertainty involved in the process. प्रोसेस किसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं बेसिकली जो ग्रोथ ऑफ अ कंपनी में बैठ के इमेजिन वो लोग अपने प्लान को इमेजिन कर रहे हैं राइट सो मोर ओवर ओइंग टू द वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस दे कैरी विद देम ड्यू टू ठीक है ड्यू टू को हम ओइंग टू थैंक्स टू बिकॉज ऑफ कुछ भी कह सकते हो ठीक है ओइंग टू द वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस उनके पास जो इतना वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस होता है उसके कारण बहुत ही रेयर चांस हो सकता है कि कोई ठीक है इट इज लेस लाइकली टू हैव अनसर्टेनिटी मतलब कि कोई ना कोई एरर कोई ना कोई फ्लॉ निकले ठीक है इन्वॉल्वड इन द प्रोसेस right now as we have explained now it is time for us to give an example to support our point very mandatory to give an example in every paragraph remember okay so for an instance let's just make something of our own right but it has to sound very clear okay it has to sound genuine for instance let's say 60% of the organizations 60% of the organizations have confirmed right have confirmed in a survey that have confirmed a survey that let's say 15 to 18 years professionals 15 to 18 years professionals have played and 15 to 18 years professionals have played an indispensable role played an indispensable role in their market capturing plans. There you go. Right. So once again, let's start. I hope this one is clear. On the one hand, it is irrefutably true that it is a fact. Whenever you write a fact, you can introduce this line, right? It is irrefutably true. It is an undeniable fact, right? So it is irrefutably true that in this comparative world, there is a little scope of mistakes in the development stratagem of a firm. Therefore, the onus, it means burden पूरा आ जाता है किस पर? Is on high salaried executives. Why? To sit together and envisage for the growth of the company. To sit together and plan, right? Plan or imagine for the growth of the company. कि कैसे company grow करेगी? How the company is going to grow. Moreover, owing to the vast experience they carry with them, because of the vast experience they carry with them, what is happening? It is less likely, बहुत ही rare chances होते हैं to have uncertainty involved in the process, right? So process, why I'm not writing again that in development plan? Why? Because that would be utter repetition, and I don't want to do that. Now let's give an example. For instance, 60%, I've written more than 50%, so which means strongly convinced. That's why people are recommending that higher executives, the senior executives should be making decisions. So for instance, 60% of the organizations have confirmed in a survey that 15 to 18 years professionals, now obviously 15 to 18 years means that they are senior executives there, have played an indispensable role, important, बहुत ही अहम role. In their market capturing plans. So obviously when you are in a firm, right, you have marketing people. So what they do, they are basically capturing, they have marketing capturing plans. So how they can get more orders and excel in their firm. Okay, I hope this paragraph is crystal clear to you all. Now let's move on to body paragraph 2. In this paragraph now, like I said before, we will be talking about that why the freshers, it means the fresh graduates, need to be consulted. Now on the one hand we wrote, let's write with on the other hand. That's a very good linker that we'll be using. On the other hand, right? On the other hand, now let's say the world is transforming. World जो है वो transform हो रहा है, change हो रहा है. The world is transforming, and ability to plan and ability to plan, ठीक है, जो ability है plan करने की, ठीक है. So on the other hand, the world is transforming and ability to plan and let's say device innovations, जितनी भी inventions जो है device, ठीक है, device innovations are ये जो है जितनी ability of plan है, ठीक है, उसमें are not only, ना ही कि सिर्फ ये instilled मतलब कि to make someone, ठीक है, किसी को basically आपने सोचने पर मजबूर कराना, right, to basically to think about something, right, are not only instilled in senior executives. So on the other hand, the world is transforming and ability to plan and devise innovations are not only instilled in senior executives but also but also it is infused. वो डली होती है किसमें? So it is infused in entry level. अब ये हो गए जो नए ग्रेजुएट्स आते हैं, in entry level employees as well. इन लोगों में भी होता है, ठीक है. अब इसको एग्जांपल देके हम समझा देते हैं. So for instance हमने यूज कर लिया for example, let's say for example as per a magazine of, let's say, innovative ideas, right? For example, as per a magazine of innovative ideas, 70% of the जो 70% जो स्टार्टअप, हमने फेसबुक एग्जांपल देना है तो वो स्टार्टअप एक कंपनी थी, ठीक है. 70% of the startup ideas, 70%. अब ये भी हमने 50%. We are also going to write more than 50. Why? Because we have to make our point, make our opinion stronger. If we write anything more than less than 50, like 30%, 20% or something, then we are not able to convince the other person that my point is actually valid. For that reason, I'm going to write more than 50%, right? Could be anything, like anything more than 50. So 70% of these things, as you can see, also contribute towards how strong your opinion is, right? So 70% of the startup ideas belong to freshers. Now, let's say senior executives, as we know, they are the ones who are working from many years, right? So if we are talking about entry level employees, how old do you think they will be, right? So 70% of the startup ideas belong to freshers with age group, let's say with age group 24 to 26 years, right? In now let's clarify with the example of Facebook. In addition to this, comma, in addition to this, revolutionary social networking, revolutionary social networking site. Which one? Facebook. Make sure to write F capital of Facebook. Right? Social networking site Facebook is also framed. It also framed and developed. Also framed and developed by a college fresher. Right? So by this, as you can see, we have proved our point that the startup ideas, right, by young professionals between the age group of 24 to 26, right, also plays a beneficial role. Right? So revolutionary social networking site Facebook is also framed and developed by a college fresher. Now let's write evidently. So clearly, evidently means clearly. Evidently. Okay, evidently. Evidently, it can be third form confirmed. It can be confirmed that organizations ought to engage. ठीक है, मतलब इनको भी contribute करवाना चाहिए, इनको भी इनके ideas भी लेने चाहिए. So ought to engage the brains, ought to engage the brains as well ought to engage the brains as well of young associates in kisme, in what? In framing. Let's say in framing and producing or executing. You can also say new ideas. Right. So that is your body paragraph 2. So it is clear, right? Evidently is clearly. Okay. So clearly, it can be confirmed that organizations ought to, yani should, okay, ought to engage the brains as well of young associates in framing and producing new ideas. Right? I hope this essay is clear to you all. Right. Now let's write the conclusion and get our good bad score. You can write it up on any internet, like this essay, and you see how much bad score you get. So to write a conclusion, let's write. To recapitulate means दोबारा से अगर हम condense करके बताएं conclusion. To recapitulate, you can also say the gist is the gist, right? GIST. So to recapitulate, though बेशक those senior, right? Those senior employees decision, those senior employees decision will certainly, बिल्कुल होती है, will certainly bring a stable, right? Bring stable, let's say, ideas, bring stable ideas, right? Bring stable ideas. However, the world is of innovations. What we have written in DP2, now that's what I'm just reframing again. However, the word is of innovations. The word is of innovations and fresh subordinates. You give Joe fresh graduates, right? Entry level ones. And fresh subordinates can certainly play a paramount role. So an important role, we have written paramount role in the growth of a company, and इसके बाद subsequently, right? So I'll just write subsequently. Subsequently, growth of a company, and subsequently a nation. So, right, let's read again. To recapitulate, those senior employees' decision will certainly bring stable ideas. Senior employees' decision will certainly bring stable ideas. Bring on stable ideas, right? Bring on. Let's say, bring on stable ideas. However, the world is of innovations, and fresh subordinates can certainly play a paramount role in the growth of a company and subsequently a nation. So growth company की और nation में भी इनके जो ideas हैं fresh subordinates, right? Because their ideas also play a paramount role. Okay, right? I hope this essay is clear to you. If there is any doubt, right, you can write up on to our contact numbers that are provided. If not, our IELTS classes are running online as well as offline. Okay, the contact number is 95179300029. Okay, you can send us a WhatsApp, right, and we'll be sending you the details further. Okay, so this was the entire essay. I hope you understood each and everything. That would be all for now. Thank you so much.